biggest mass evacuations in Victoria's history has been ordered as the state faces a day of extreme bushfire danger.
Conditions are expected to worsen over the coming days. The message from authorities is to get out now.
Authorities are deeply worried about 3 blazes in East Gippsland, one of the most rugged and remote parts of the state.
A very serious, life-threatening situation. Make no mistake about it.
Sarsfield, just near Nicholson River, on the bridge.
There's a long haul back if you've lost your home. You know, you're talking months, even perhaps into a year or so, to get yourself back on your feet. So we'll be looking to support those people for as long as it takes.
G'day guys, Christian here. We're just out at Bairnsdale Footy Club. We're going to run some clinics with some of the boys and girls, just having a bit of fun and getting amongst the local community. Oh, I'm telling you, second year at the club, had a meeting at the Bombers, could have been a code hopper, could have happened. Have a shot! Oh!
To take you through some drills.
Absolutely, I'm ready. Set shots.
Set shots.
Set shots is my domain. I'm a caged animal. I'm a caged circus animal. I've got a lot of tricks. We get a skipper from the 2s, skipper from the 1s. You get the young buck. Come on, mate. You're up. Rocks is paper. Loser plays the lids off. Lids off, boys. Lids off.
Gone, you're gone. You're gone.
Stop it. I'll win what's important, the kick off. Oh! Oh, come on, mate, clean hands. Yes! Let's put it in front of you. Silky. Oh!
You doing, bro?
We just want to come back and show our support to you guys, particularly over the region and what's happened over the last couple of months. I know a lot of you guys have been doing it really tough, so it's great to be here tonight. We're spending a couple of days out here, staying overnight. We're doing a little bit of work just up the road tomorrow, so the boys have got the work boots out and the tools, so we'll put them to good use. The big thing that our coach always talks about is that if you're going to do something in your life, make sure you do it the very, very best you can. Okay, so just remember that every time you're out in the training paddock, every time you're out on the court, practicing, and come the weekends when you're playing your games, just make sure you're giving your very best and getting the most out of yourself.
How much does it mean for the club, for us, the Storm come down here to bushfire affected areas?
Look, it's a wonderful gesture, and what you blokes are going to do for the next couple of days is fantastic, to go out and see what's happened and help out. Our boys are doing exactly the same thing on Sunday. They're going to Buchan. One of our boys, old man, he lost the farm through the fires, so they're going to out and do some fencing as well. So,
yeah, we just ran a bit of a clinic and had all the junior and senior footy teams. We had the netball girls, and we just first half we did a little bit of rugby league skills, well, tried to, and then we joined the boys for a bit of a kick around and handballs, and that was great fun, having a bit of a run around with the whole community, and we've met some really amazing people so far.
And your technique, handballing, kicking, how was that?
Yeah, I was pretty flawless. I don't know if I'll be switching codes anytime soon, but I think the scouts were out here, and my phone will probably be going off, but I'm a very loyal guy, and I'll probably I'll be here for 2020. I think the members need to know I'll be staying, and I'll be in Storm colours this season.
Now, obviously the area here's gone through a bit of a tough time in the last few months. How good is it to see smiles on kids' faces and just seeing the locals come out for this sort of thing?
Yeah, it's great, and you can get a real sense of community at this club, and I think, like most community sports clubs, it's a bit of a centre for everyone to come and gather and get around each other and support each other. So I've got that real sense of community here at Bairnsdale, and it was great to be a part of it and met some really great people.
Sorry, Bellyache.
These boys all think you're going to kick the goal, Camo. So you kick a goal, they don't back the big fella off the mark.
I'm in the sand shoes too.
Don't make excuses, mate. There's some non-believers there, right?
It's each and every person, you know, with their effects and the people that they know that are making a difference. So I think this morning we're going to try and break up into probably 4 teams.
On our way to do some fencing today, so as soon as we got here, it's good to see the amount of volunteers there is around. You know, a couple of swags and that out. That sense of community is real nice, strong. So we're looking forward to it. A bit taken away, to be honest. Seeing the burnt trees on the sides of the road and hits home. It's a bit humbling. So whatever I can do for this little part of the day, hopefully help out as much as I can.
What was it like when you knew the fire was coming, and what was going through your head at the time?
We evacuated the day before, and then we got a message that the fire had hit the top of Hagar's Road, and I didn't really believe it. I didn't think it was going to be a reality. And then we got a message from neighbours to say that they had survived. They didn't know about anything else. And so I still didn't believe it, but the next morning I was too scared to turn my phone on, just in case the house had burned. But another neighbour got in and came up here and rang all of us and told us our house had survived.
How did that feel?
Oh, a bit unbelievable. They said they didn't know how to survive, but it did. And the whole thing has been sort of unreal. For years, we've only planted non-burnable trees around, and so although they've died because of the heat, they haven't burnt. So if you look around, you can see they haven't really burnt. And also, we've put a soaker hose on the roof, so I think it was on there for 24 hours, so I think that must have soaked the house. And Bob did a lot of clearing up around the house, so right around the house, and then the first part of the bush where the clothesline is, he cleared all the leaves and everything. In Sarsfield, there were 66 houses burned, and it's a lot of houses for just a small community, so there's lots of people displaced, and it's good for them to have support too. We were one of the lucky ones, even though it's devastated. Yeah.
What's it feel like for you, for a club like Melbourne Storm, to come down and give you guys just even a small hand today?
It's really fantastic because there's so much work to do. It's so overwhelming that having someone come, first of all, helps, and secondly, makes you realise you're not alone in it, that there are people there willing to help, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, you just look around and you can just try and imagine it, the size of the fire, and it must have been pretty bloody scary. But amazingly, as you can see, the fire went right up, right next door to the house, basically where the house survived, and but yeah, pretty much everything else burnt. Yeah, we're clearing some fence. Yeah, I'm pretty good with the hand, so I've been very useful. But yeah, it takes a long time, so we've only been doing it for about half an hour, but you can imagine you'd spend weeks and probably months clearing a property this size, so yeah, it's been good to get out here and help out.
Yeah, I'm Alex Cato, I work in the membership department at Melbourne Storm, but obviously originally from Bensdale, so it's really good to be down here working in the bushfire affected areas, which is good. Yeah, it was just crazy what was going on. It was like a bit of a sense of panic around the town when it was all happening. I personally, my house wasn't affected, but I had a lot of family and friends that lost homes, livestock and farms, and it was really sort of devastating sort of stuff that was happening. We're out of people's houses, clearing gutters, filling up gutters with water, putting gas bottles in the middle of paddocks, cutting down trees. It was very crazy what was happening, and it's just sort of very eye-opening to sort of come back here now as well to see sort of the damage that has been done. So it's so hard to explain what was sort of happening, but you see cars driving around, had massive water tanks on the back of them. People around town were just at the supermarket getting supplies, but everyone was so willing to help out. There was even strangers were helping out strangers. Like it was sort of like a tight-knit community that sort of came together, which is really good, I thought, especially in a small community like Bensdale. I'm stoked that the Storm obviously did the initiative of coming down here as well, led by a lot of the players as well, which is great. So, and it might only seem like we're not doing too much, but it's actually a lot, and it means a lot to these sort of small communities and these people. It means a lot for me personally for the Storm to come down here, especially it's a 3.5 hour drive, so it's quite a distance. So for everyone to sort of come down here and see what it's like, come to visit my hometown, it sort of means a lot to me as well, but also means a lot to all the other people here as well.
Oh, look, it's been great, to get a small group of the Storm boys and staff members out here in the Gippsland region, just to help out the locals. We got it. We've been after that star picket all day, and we finally got it. It's just been great to help out, obviously. As you can see in behind us, there's a lot of fair bit of damage and fair bit of carnage going on through the area. So there's a fair few people sort of down the dumps at the moment, but you can see actually with the process of the clean-up, they're actually starting to get a few smiles on their faces and seeing a little bit of progress around the area and in their properties. So it's been nice to come out and just say good day and make sure everyone's all right. But the best thing about it for me is that seeing all the devastation and people losing their properties and their houses is that they've just been so thankful that we're out here helping, along with a lot of other people from Melbourne and all over the state. They're asking about how the team's going and how training's going, and it's quite remarkable to be honest, given the situation they're in. But I think the boys have had a great time being out here amongst the locals and trying to give back to the community, because we're very lucky in the job that we do. We play football for a living. The community of Melbourne and Victoria come out to watch us play and support us. So this is an opportunity where we get to come back and show our support for the community as well. It actually gives you a pretty good feeling about yourself and looking after other people. And I think there is a sense of pride about helping out others in our community, as I mentioned before. And the Melbourne Storm, we're about that. We're about community. We're about family. And when there are people that need a hand, we're willing to help out.
It's awesome. They've achieved so much as they are, everyone fit and healthy, and that's awesome, and it makes such a big difference to the people here who it would take weeks and weeks to get through this type of work, and it means so much to us. It is such a helping hand to have such a wonderful group of helpful people just here to just genuinely help out with whatever it is needed doing. Like I say, this has to go, and they just did it, and it was an absolute pleasure to have you here to help us.
We've got a jersey signed by all the boys for you.
Thank you, that'll be much appreciated.
I know it's not much.
Oh no.
But given the situation, but we just want to give to you.
Thank you. I know. I think Dad will definitely.
I'll give you a cuddle rather than a handshake.